Let's move to the last one, financial wealth. We dissed this quite a bit, only because people often place a much higher priority on this than the others. And this requires a recalibration or reallocating your priorities. But let's talk about financial wealth. Of course, it's important. How can people shift their perspective and approach a much healthier outlook on financial wealth?
Yeah, I mean, the research around financial wealth is quite clear at this point, which is financial wealth, money, does buy happiness up to a point. Now, people argue over what that point is. The challenge with establishing what that point is that it is applying an average to a broad swath of people. And you can't really do that. It's sort of like you should never cross a river if it's 4 feet on average, because at some point it's going to be much deeper. It's going to be much more shallow. You shouldn't do that. That number varies whether you live in New York City versus live in Nebraska versus Europe or wherever. If you're in different parts around the world, it's going to be different. The point is, there is a spot at which money is no longer helping reduce fundamental stresses and burdens. It's no longer buying that happiness. Now, what the research shows is that if you have reached that spot and you are unhappy, more money will not make you happier. If you have reached that spot and you are happy, more money will also not make you happier. So the point is that you should try to build financial wealth up to the point where that caps off. And then it's all about these other things in your life.
Right.
The problem is most people get to that point and then they think, okay, more money is going to make me happier. So they keep chasing. Their expectations keep rising. So what I talk about in the book is just this idea that expectations are your greatest financial liability. If your expectations are rising faster than your assets, you will never be happy. You will never feel rich. You'll never feel wealthy. Mm-hmm. So the point is that you need to develop an understanding of what your version of enough looks like. What does your enough life look like? The life where you feel you have enough financially. Because if you can place that into your conscious mind and stop allowing that kind of subconscious expansion of what that life and your future looks like, you can force it into being a rational move. You can force it into being something where you can actually calculate. You can make the decisions. Am I making a trade-off to my social wealth by trying to chase this new job or opportunity? Is that a trade-off I actually want to make, or should I not?
In a way, this is like bringing in one of the mindfulness and meditation practices of taking this detached outlook on all your forms of wealth and making that trade-off of what you want to, how you want to respond, being in that space between the same.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the most important parts of the book is just recognizing that there are these different types of wealth and forcing that into your conscious mind so that when you make a decision, you think about all of them, not just one. Because previously, if you only have one, if someone offers you twice your current salary to go take a job, you jump at it, right? So, it's twice my salary. I'm going to go take that job. Now think about it a little bit more. Say that's going to require me to work twice as much. Say it's going to cause me to move away from all of the people that I care about. Say it's going to be a really boring job that I'm actually going to hate. Well, now I can think about, okay, my time wealth is certainly going to take a hit. My social wealth is definitely going to take a hit because I'm moving away from all the people I care about. My mental wealth, because I'm going to be working on things I hate, is going to take a hit. And my physical wealth, because I'm not going to have a lot of time and I'm going to be more stressed, is probably going to take a hit. So something that looked like a no-brainer on the old scoreboard now looks like a terrible move on the new scoreboard. And it allows you to now, it doesn't mean you're not going to take it, but it makes you think more clearly about that decision prior to going and doing it.
On a micro level, I often struggled with this question, and I still do. A lot of friends bring it up about living in Midtown Manhattan as compared to moving to Newport, New Jersey, because obviously the rents are much lower and you might pay a low amount of taxes. But I always make the case that if I start quantifying how much I'm saving in terms of mental health, in terms of not commuting every day, and the physical wealth as well, because commuting takes a lot out of you. You got to get home and then take a while to just de-stress. Just being within walking distance of every place I have to be, I feel like I'm happy to pay that premium for it.
Yeah.